speakers and role players and my dear Toastmasters and the real valuable guest to the Toastmasters Club. I request you all to kindly settle down so that we can start the wonderful, beautiful meeting, today's meeting. I am the Sergeant at Arms. My name is Ilangovan, Toastmaster Ilangovan. I am the Sergeant at Arms for the lovely and wonderful meeting today. I welcoming you all for the meeting number 56. It's a lot of excitement will be waiting for you. Here are some ground rules I would like to say. Please choose a quiet location to reduce the potential distraction to the speakers, to the members. Limit the distractions and avoid multitasking works. And avoid leaving or disturbing during the meeting. And if you need to move out, please stop your video and then you can move. It is not recommended to chat during the speeches. Please note, silence is a virtual, and may I kindly request you all to take a moment and put all your mobile phones and any other sound producing devices on silent mode. Now, I would like to introduce our Honorable President to take over the wonderful and lovely meeting number 56. I welcome our President.
Unmute, Mr. President.
Okay, I'm sorry for that. Thank you very much, Toastmaster Ilangovan. It was a great opening from you, and we appreciate being with us tonight over here in this meeting, which is our 56th meeting. I would like, fellow Toastmaster, dear guests, good evening in this lovely night, hoping that everyone will enjoy the moments of learning and education that we are going to have, inshallah. If you think about human life, then we are talking about success or failure. True? You don't have anything else. You have happiness, you have pleasure. How you can get the happiness, how you can get the pleasure. The same thing goes with failing or succeeding. Pleasure is a temporary situation, where happiness is an ongoing thing. So if you think about failure, I think the pleasure is failure. Why it's failure? Because it's bounded with time. It's measured with time. Once the event is gone, the joy will go with it. But the happiness, as I said, is a consistent. And for that, the special and the distinguished and the unique people, they always spontaneously will work towards success. It's a nature in them. And to be successful, they try and try and try again and again until they succeed. They have a ladder in their life. This ladder starts at the beginning with a 0% of success, where they say, I won't. Because you don't have the confidence. He just graduated from school or from the college. Then when he starts his real life, he will say, I can't. It's hard for me. Then he will say, once he gets the training, he said, okay, I don't know how to do it. Give me the training. I want to learn. Then slowly he will get the confidence in this life. through the career, through the social life, and he will say, I wish I could. He will start here dreaming. Then he will ask, what is it? How can I get it? I think I can do it. I might do it. I will try to do it. Then he will say, I can. He will get that confident and he will move forward toward that success. The last two things that he will say, I will, and I did it. That's the 100% of success, which is not, it will not stop over there. It will go and move forward. Thank you very much for listening to me. I just wanted to pass a message for any new newcomer or for the guests or for the people who want to reach that success stage. There are ways to do that. There are places for them to do that. Even in the university, they do not teach you these things. They will not show you. They will not show you the places or the way that you need to get success. For me, I'm still learning. I'm almost above 50 years old and I'm still learning. This learning is a good thing. It's enjoyable for me. I know that I started a bit different in this meeting. I supposed to introduce the guests and tell, how are you? Talk about yourself. I just wanted to make it something different than the normal meetings. It's not against the protocol. It's just that I want to create a new atmosphere. Now, I want to show you something because of that. I wanted to tell you that with success, you have to be weird. You have to find new ways for yourself. You have to act differently than others. That's why through the history, you can see that the people who are unique or special, they always do unique things. They do things differently than what you expect. They execute the plan in innovative and creative ways. That's what makes them special. That's why the history remembers them. And that's why how you need to be remembered. At least within your community, within your family, within your work area environment, you need to be, at least you have a space where that space should be special for you. And you cannot be special if you do not want to be special. And if we go back again to the beginning of my speech, when I say you need to be unique, it's either you fail or succeed. And for you to succeed or to reach to successful stage, you need to fail a few times. That's, we call it the pleasure. You fail, you succeed, you fail, you succeed. That you get the pleasure. Sometimes you get sad, sometimes you get happy. But at the end of the road, you will be happy. That's, we call it the happiness. Thank you very much for listening and giving me this your precious time to listen to what I say or to this short speech or address that I say. And I would like now to welcome our guest before I start anything or we go anywhere. I will start with, you see, and again, usually they say we will start with ladies. I will not start with ladies. Okay, I want to even start with seniors. I will start with juniors. And we have here our YLP, but they didn't put the YLP name. I think Muhammad Fawaz. Muhammad Fawaz, yes? You are from the YLP program, yes?
Yes, sir, yeah.
Thank you, good, fantastic. See, this is a simple of how you become successful. At this age, you choose a path because you believe that this is a successful path for yourself. Muhammad Fawaz, please introduce yourself.
Good evening, everybody. I am Muhammad Fawaz. I study in Indian School, Bahrain. I am in 11th grade studying commerce with marketing. My hobbies are video editing, photo editing, and work. And I'm very much excited to be a part of, be the timer of VITP session 56. Thank you.
Thank you, Muhammad. Thank you. I will call you the junior Toastmaster. Soon we will let you join us. You see, Toastmaster Sushmita, we're getting the juniors and these youth to become our successors. So now we will go for the next guest, which he is our Sergeant at Arm, Toastmaster Ilan Govan. Please introduce yourself.
Yeah, thank you very much, President, because the Toastmasters journey is a very interesting one. Wherever the opportunity is coming, we have to grab and we have to do our better. Today, unexpectedly, really, I got the good opportunities. Now, normally, we do not use opportunity in Toastmasters, but the word is a real meaning opportunity or the role. Today, the Sergeant at Arms role is given by the VP Education, Mr. Mohammad Bakaruddin. I thanks to VP Education and also the President to approve this as a guest as a Sergeant at Arms role. So I am very proud to be here today, part at least some few minutes in this Bahrain IT Toastmasters Club. And I once again thank to all the members of the Bahrain IT Toastmasters. Thank you very much. And now the wonderful meeting is waiting for all. Please enjoy the meeting. Thank you. Back to you, President.
Thank you very much. Thank you for being with us over here tonight. Thank you very much for taking up the role of Sergeant at Arms. We really appreciate that. Now, we will go for our youth. Please, our senior Toastmasters, don't be angry of me. I love youth. I love to give them the chances. I love to see them excelling. I wish all the youth in the world, they listen to us and they know that they are the next generation of success. Sriya, you are the lady that I will listen to you first. Please step forward and let me know who this beautiful girl is.
Good evening, everyone. My name is Shreya Sara Sumesh. I am 13 years old and I am from Kerala, India, and I'm settled in Bath. Today, I'm taking the role as an accountant, and this is my first time being an accountant. And my favorite subjects that I love studying are science and maths. I like science more. My favorite branch in science is biology. Then my hobbies are drawing, painting, dancing, solving Rubik's Cubes. And now I have a new hobby, which is playing piano and many more. Yes, thank you.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much. A big thumb for you. A big thumb also for Toastmaster Muhammad Fawaz, our junior. And we will go for the third youth, Muhammad. He reminds me of my youngest kid, Abdullah. Muhammad Mirajuddin. Muhammad Mirajuddin. You see, when I see you, I remember my young kid. I have to show you his picture. I don't have it now but he's looking exactly like you. Please, Muhammad, let me listen and hear your lovely voice. Tell me, who are you? Why you are here and what you want to learn?
My name is Mohammad Mirajuddin. I'm happy to join here, and I'm going to learn about how the Toastmasters, how they are going to speak about their leaderships. I want to learn that. Thank you.
Thank you, Muhammad. You are a leader. This is by default. You show me that you are a leader. Thank you very much, Muhammad, for just stepping forward and telling about your lovely bio. Thank you very much. Now we will go. I will leave our DCD for the end. I don't have anybody, but I will keep. Now it's your turn. Toastmaster Sashmita, it's your turn now. Because Abbas, he's a member, he's a new member, he will be inducted today, so I'll keep him for later on. Toastmaster Sashmita. You see, Toastmaster Sashmita, he's one of the most loveliest person that I ever met. She never say no to anyone. and she is always optimistic. I always learn from her that to be optimistic and positive. Thank you very much for being with us tonight, Toastmaster Sushmita. Mike is yours.
Thank you, dear President, for those beautiful and words which have elated me. Well, fellow Toastmasters, and of course the YLP leaders out there, it's a pleasure to be invited and to be part of your meeting. Well, to be precise, what should I say? I'm almost 9 years old in Toastmasters, but it runs in my blood now, right? I cannot live or breathe without it. If I don't go into a meeting that is online, offline, I feel like I'm missing out on something, right? Because, Toastmasters is a place, let me tell you this way. I cannot change the people around me, right? I can try to motivate them and bring in the changes if required, but I cannot change them as a whole. But definitely, I can change the people who I choose to be around. So this is why I am with Toastmasters. And it helps me kind of, it provides me with intellectual growth, right? If I'm in a meeting, I learn out of it. Like Toastmaster Ahmed has already mentioned, learning is something which is important. And that is why I love to be part of these kind of meetings. And it's a real pleasure to be here. And I'm glad you have the YLP youngsters out there who will be, I think, maybe join Gavalier's Club also very soon, become young Gavaliers and Toastmaster in future. So it's a very, very good way of getting in new leaders the way it is and promoting this in such a wonderful fashion. Nothing much to add on this. Back to you, President.
Thank you very much, Toastmaster Sushmita, our DCD Division C Director, who will be DTM very soon. I don't know if I will be before her, she will be before me, but I know that she will pass me. I know that for sure. Now, if I have to be hypocritic, then I have to say I will give the mic to this our Club Growth Director. But because he is a member with us, I will not give him the mic, and I'll keep him just waiting there, watching us. It is Abbas. Abbas, our new member. I want him, before he be inducted, I want him to introduce himself and say why he is here and why he joined the BITP, Bahrain IT Professional Club. Abbas. Sayyid Abbas. Can you introduce yourself and talk about yourself for a minute or 30 seconds?
Exactly, yeah, it will be very nice because I'm in a location where I'm not able to give a lot of.
No need to say, I can say that.
You can hear me, right? Yes, good. All right, I just will go quickly. Okay, introduce myself. Okay, all of you know. Okay, my name is Said Abbas. Okay, I'm very happy to be with you in this club. Okay, I'm going to learn from you. You are the leaders. Okay, like you, Mr. President Ahmed. Okay, the others also. I have experience in IT. I'm happy also that Toastmasters is specialized for IT people. Okay, as mentioned to me. Okay, and it is good. Okay, all of us. Okay, we are IT. We are coming from IT background. Okay, where we can discuss and to know the hype topics in the markets. Okay, so basically, okay, I have 13 years experience in programming and application and databases. Okay, I will be happy also to share the knowledge and get the knowledge from you. As I said, I'm not in the locations where I can speak a lot. Okay, so later, inshallah.
Thank you very much. Right. Thank you very much, Said Abbas. Thank you very much for the introduction. And by the way, Said Abbas, he is a smart IT resource. I know him a few years ago, and I see how potentials and how smart he is on things related to IT. Thank you very much for introducing with yourself. Without going further and delaying anything, I would like now to move to the next session, which is going to our Master of the Ceremonies. I don't think we have anything else, but we have.
I think we have the induction today.
Induction. Yes, induction. Now, as far as he introduced himself, now I will give the mic to Toastmaster Shakil Sheikh to induct our new member Sayyid Abbas. Then give me back the mic so I can take it over to the next session. Thank you very much. Now, mic is yours. Vice President Membership, Toastmaster Shakil Sheikh.
Thank you, President Ahmed, DTM Khalid Jalal, and all Toastmasters. Good evening to you, all of you. And this is a really great meeting we are having today. And I have a great pleasure to introduce new member to our club. And thanks for all your efforts. So, fellow Toastmasters, it is now our duty and privilege to induct Syed Abbas into the Bahrain IT Professionals Toastmasters Club. This is an important occasion, both for the new member and for our club. He has come to Toastmasters seeking to improve his communication and leadership, and we now have an opportunity to help him learn, grow, and achieve. I will now call our new member forward. Syed Abbas. Okay, thank you.
Yes.
Syed Abbas, you are joining a worldwide organization that has helped more than 4 million people learn to communicate more effectively. As a member of the Bahrain IT Professionals Toastmasters Club, you will benefit from a proven program of self-development. You will become part of an outstanding group of people who are dedicated to helping one another in a spirit of sharing and enjoyment. Mr. Vice President Education, have the new member been given an opportunity to discuss his needs and goals with the club?
Yes, Mr. VPM Toastmaster Shakil, I already discussed with him his plan, and back to you.
Has he been told how the Toastmasters program works and informed of the many benefits he will receive as well as the obligations of membership?
Yes, already informed Toastmaster Shakil.
Thank you, Toastmaster Vikaruddin. Who has been assigned as mentor for the new member?
For new become Toastmaster, Abbas assigned a mentor, our president, Toastmaster Ahmed Balushi. Back to you.
Thank you. Would President Ahmed please confirm, as an experienced Toastmaster, you have been asked to help the new member get off to a good start. Do you accept this responsibility and pledge to share your knowledge and experience with our new member so that he can immediately begin to benefit from the Toastmasters membership?
I do accept, and I will be with him, inshallah, during his journey with Toastmaster Club, BITP Toastmaster Club.
Thank you, President. Okay, Syed Abbas, membership in this club and in Toastmasters International is a privilege that carries with it many rewards. Yet, it is also places certain obligations upon you. We are a group of people brought together to do things we could not accomplish alone. Our collective obligation is to grow and improve ourselves and to share our knowledge and experience with fellow members in a spirit of enjoyment. This means you must work diligently toward your own self-development, evaluate others' speeches in a spirit of support and sharing, assist the club in reaching its goals, remain positive, and keep a smile on your face. Okay. We ask you, our new member, to dedicate yourself to personal growth, to share this great gift with your fellow members, and to help keep this Toastmasters Club strong and dynamic. Please raise your hand to affirm membership by repeating following words, which I will say. Abbas, can you raise your hand? Thank you.
Yes.
I, Syed Abbas.
I, Syed Abbas.
In the presence of my fellow members.
Present members.
Of the Bahrain IT Professionals Toastmasters Club.
Of Bahrain IT Toastmasters IT.
No problem. Make this firm obligation
make phone applications,
to attend meetings regularly, and prepare fully for each assignment,
and prepare fully assignments,
to apply myself to the projects outlined in the Toastmasters education program,
projects outlined Toastmaster programs,
to participate actively in club activities,
to participate actively with the
club activities,
club activity,
to evaluate others in a positive, constructive manner,
in positive, accepted manners,
to build open, friendly relationships
to build the open, friendly relationship
with my fellow members,
and
to bring other new members
to bring other new members
into the club, so that they can also gain the benefits of Toastmasters.
to gain benefits from Toastmaster.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
Would all club members please raise your hands and repeat our club's pledge to its new members? Okay. We, the members of Bahrain IT Professionals Toastmasters Club,
We, the
We,
members
the members of
Bahrain
Bahrain IT Professionals Toastmaster Club,
pledge to support you
pledge to support you
in your quest for self-development,
your quest
in
for
your quest for
self-development,
development,
to provide you
to provide you
with positive, helpful evaluations,
with positive,
positive,
helpful
helpful evaluation,
to maintain a friendly, supportive atmosphere,
to maintain
a friendly and supportive atmosphere,
to give you opportunities to help others,
to give you opportunity to help others,
and to make your Toastmaster membership
and to
and to
make
make
your
your Toastmaster membership
a rewarding and fulfilling experience.
a rewarding
and fulfilling experience.
Thank you all.
Thank you.
With that, the induction ceremony is finished. Over to you, President.
Thank you. Of course.
Thank you very much, Toastmaster Shakil, our Vice President membership. Congratulations to our new Toastmaster, Syed Abbas. I know he is a win for us as we are a win for him as well. I will be his mentor. I will make sure that we will follow up with each other to make sure that he will, and count that, Vice President Education, he will conduct his first icebreaker speech. Okay?
Yes, sure, Mr. President.
Good, fantastic. Thank you very much. Now, with that, I would move to the next session, so we will not delay other things as well, because we have lots of programs. But I need 1 minute, because I always feel so happy. We have this youth, and we have new guests or the member. I want our CGD as a CGD, the award from him for 1 minute, because I know that he will be leaving after a while. So please, our CGD, we need awards from you to support our youth and our new member. 1 minute.
Thank you very much, Mr. President. If you have told me before, I would have come in a proper suit with my badges on. But since you trapped me right now, Division C Director, Toastmaster Sushmita Rao, the club president, past president, the members, the young leaders, very good evening to you all. Let me change the view so I can see everybody. It's not a prepared speech. And everyone's camera is off. Thank you very much. You know, when we talk about Bahrain IT Professional Toastmaster Club, it's something close to my heart always, been and always is and always going to be, because I'm one of the members who work together to charter this club for a vision that we want to help all the IT professionals to be confident speakers and leaders. And I'm happy to see that in this journey, BITP has actually fulfilled that vision and still fulfilling that vision by helping the members to become good leaders. We have leaders who joined the club, benefited from the club, they got promotions, they got better training, they have been successful in their workplace. So all the good vision we had actually has seen practically happening. So I'm very happy that everyone has been contributing and giving back to the society what we wanted to give back. This is for the first time we started the YLP program. Thank you very much, Toastmaster Mohammed Waqaruddin and Toastmaster Tawfiq for actively participating and all the others supporting actively as well. This was a vision as well when I was a president. Then I passed the vision to our immediate past president. And finally, in his term, towards the end, he made it mandatory that it should happen. And today we can see the results in the presence of our third president. So sometimes certain things do take time, but it's only your vision will make it successful. If your vision is very short term, you just want to talk about it and leave it, nothing will happen. But if you have a vision which is for long term, you work towards it, no matter if it's the first year, second year, third year, you will achieve it. And that's exactly what I see in this particular club. I'm so glad for the first time, I see the young leaders attending the meeting and playing various roles, timer role, we have an hour counter role, and what is the other role? I saw that earlier. Mohammed, correct? What is your role? Okay, so we have young leaders who are playing the various roles. Now, because you have young leaders, it makes me so nervous because I see young leaders come very prepared, well trained, to the point, very focused, and they perform the role. And that's make them unique from others. Before I do a lot of mistakes in hours, and before I can see the red light, please let me and allow me to conclude my address. Thank you very much once again. I would love to be part of all your meetings, but unfortunately, certain times I do get other calls in my role. So I apologize always, especially the last moment apology has become a habit. But Toastmaster Mohammed Waqaruddin, trust me, I will work on my habits, I will improve it, and I will not make you angry in every meeting in the future. Thank you very much, and back to you. It's time, before I hand over the control to Mr. President, since he say address as the CGD, we are shortly reaching the renewal time. So start planning your renewals, get in touch with the members, make sure the renewals happen on time. And I'm also glad to announce, by the way, in the presence of Division C Director, we have members from this club are working very hard to charter club. This is the only club where I can see 1, 2, 3, 4 members are working on new clubs. I have not seen any other club where 4 members working on new clubs. We are expecting a church club, which is Lions of Judah by Toastmaster Santosh Abraham, our immediate past president. Our speaker today, Toastmaster Gangadhar Rao, he is working to charter a KPMG Bahrain club. It's expected to be in October, I believe. Our president is working with me for an Health and Safety Professionals Toastmasters Club. And Toastmaster Mohammed Waqaruddin and Toastmaster Tawfiq are working for a new club. Very beautiful name. They've already decided. It's called Eloquent Leaders Toastmasters Club. So I can see a lot of innovation in this club. I'm so happy that whatever we learn, whatever we're trying to do, we're giving back to society in the form of new clubs and mentoring them. Thank you very much, and back to you, Mr. President.
Thank you very much, our CGD. It was 1 minute, but the good news that you were saying. So you cannot avoid the good news. And this is what I want to pass to other members.
I used a trick, by the way. I say thank you, back to you, Mr. President. So the timer will not start the time, and then I took the control and completed.
I know, I saw that.
We need to learn. Thank you.
So you just don't remind us all the members, but this is I meant to let DTM Khalid to talk about these parts. I wanted to show the youth and the new member on whomever over here how Toastmaster can help you to advance yourself. Maybe we wasted few minutes on this from our agenda, but it's worth it. It's worth it because it gives you a push that you were somewhere and you will reach. I was wishing that other members are here so they can listen and they get the advantage of, they get encouraged of this. Thank you very much, DTM Khalid. Now we will go for our main and the man of the day and the person who I inherited this position from him. And actually he is my mentor. And he is the one that he always inspires me. A very dedicated, lovely, committed, disciplined, what can I say? Respected person who I always love to be with him. I always love to take his advices. I always like to ask him whenever I'm in problems or troubles or in advices. A person that I cannot avoid him whenever there is a need for someone, a real friend, a real brother, a real colleague who can support you at a hard time. He's an IT people, the president or the director of the IT people. He was the IPP of the ITP Club. He is the Area 337 director. Am I right? 37, yes? Yes, Area 337 director. And he is a passionate person. He always like to excel. He always like to show the good things in the human, not in himself. He's always exploring the good in the human. So you can take from him this positive side of human. And I will not take more than this again. So now the mic is yours, our lovely IPP Toastmaster Santosh Abraham.
Thank you so much, Mr. President, for that wonderful, warm, invigorating, inspirational introduction. I'm so blessed. And Mr. President, fellow Toastmasters, and my dear friends, brothers and sisters, good evening. Something wrong with the evening? I mean, unmute yourself and say good evening together.
Good evening.
Good evening. Yeah, that's the spirit. That's the spirit. Let me just share my screen here.
We are following the protocols of being muted.
Okay, now you can mute yourself, not a problem.
Back to basics. Thank you.
Our theme for this day or this meeting is, what are your values? You know, everything you think, everything you feel, every action you take is because of your beliefs and values. You may not be aware of it. You may not be conscious of it, but your values shape your decisions, and your decisions shape your life. If you value money more than happiness, then maybe your life will be full of expensive things, but there will be no joy in that experience. Your values show what is important to you. Their emotional status show you what is important and what is that you treasure and experience. Imagine how different your life would be if you changed a value of money and replaced it with the value of love. Creating and stating your values consciously can change the direction of your life itself. If you decide to apply these values to your life, in your words, in your own way, in your own life will be a much better value. And I can promise you and assure you that. Some of us believe in giving not just money, but giving our time. I believed in charity right from a long time. And my friends have thought that it is foolishness. But that's because their values were different. Some of you here because you value personal growth. Some of you here because you value friendship. You value making new friends, value relationships. Some of you here because you value excellence and value leadership. Some of you here because you value giving your time to empower others. Just like our DTM Khalid said, you may not be conscious of it, but every action you take is because your beliefs and values are the ones making you take those decisions. In June 2021, our DTM Khalid Jalal, our founder, and the mentors and sponsors formed this wonderful club called the Bahrain IT Professionals Toastmasters Club. Not just to become just another club, but to have with the values, integrity, respect, service, and excellence. We are thankful for our values that brought us to be this wonderful Toastmasters Club in just 2 years and 3 years, just the third year. Together, we just want to set our journey ahead, not just to become another club in the island, but to aspire, break boundaries, and endeavor to create few excellent speakers and leaders who otherwise would have been just great IT professionals. So let's go forward into the 56th meeting of the Bahrain IT Professionals Toastmasters Club. Welcome one more time to the 56th meeting of the Bahrain IT Professionals Toastmasters Club. As we go forward, there are wonderful people to assist me in this meeting. Great meet people all through. There are people who are labeled by different names. They are the grammarian, they are the accounter, they are the timer, and we have a very experienced journal evaluator. Now, going forward, I would like to start with the timer because timing is very important. I would be introducing each one of them as we go forward. First of all, we are so blessed to have a wonderful timer who is a young guy, a very small young person who is a great video editor, a youth leadership program leader, a person who could take up roles very fast and swiftly. Ladies and gentlemen, brothers and sisters, please welcome our young timer for this evening, youth leader, Mohammad Fawaz, with a big round of applause. Youth leadership, Mohammad Fawaz, you can please explain the timing criteria.
Greetings, Mr. Santosh sir. Toastmasters, yes. As timer, I will time the table topic, speakers, formal speeches, and the evaluations. I will also alert each speaker of the time they have left using the green, the yellow, and the red at particular times. Table topic speakers should limit their remarks to no more than 2 minutes. At 1 minute, I will raise the green card. At 1.5 minutes, I will raise the yellow card. And at 2 minutes, I will raise the red card. Those giving speeches should limit their remarks to their specific speech timings. Icebreaker speeches should be 4 to 6 minutes in length. At 4 minutes, I will raise the green card. At 5 minutes, the yellow card. And at 6 minutes, the red card. And most other speeches should be 5 to 7 minutes in length. At 5 minutes, the green card. At 6 minutes, the yellow card. And at 7 minutes, the red card. The individual evaluations should be between 2 to 3 minutes. At 2 minutes, the green card. At 2 minutes, 30 seconds, the yellow card. And at 3 minutes, the red card. Thank you, Santosh sir, and all the best to the speakers and table topic.
Great. Let's give a big round of applause to our timer. Don't count this R, by the way, because it's time for the R counter. Oh, let's go for the grammarian. We have the grammarian who is none other than our secretary, Toastmaster Anisur Rahman. When I asked him, what is your 3 core values? This is what Toastmaster Anis told me. He said it's integrity, competence, and empathy. Because he says he strongly believes in these 3 values. See, I told you, it's the values that lead us across to great heights. I now request our Grammarian Toastmaster Anisul Rahman to explain the word of the day. Please welcome him with a big round of applause.
Thank you, Toastmaster of the Day. Thank you, guests. Thank you, members. A warm welcome to one and all. First of all, let me send my regrets because for some reason, my camera has given up on me. Whenever I start, my entire application starts to hang. So with your permission, is it okay I can keep my camera off?
Permission granted, since you don't have any other options.
Thank you, sir. Well, welcome all again. As grammarian, it is my key responsibility to pay close attention to all the speakers. Again, I say, the major reason why we are on this particular forum is to improve our public speaking skills and also our use of language, the use of words and also quotes, which can make sure we can do it more promptly, openly. Okay. I will take note of all improper language. Inshallah, I will try to make it a proper justification for any of the words and also ensure that we can have proper feedback and the same has been taken positively. Okay. As a grammarian, let me introduce you to the word of the day. For today's meeting, the word of the day is going to be spontaneous. Now, what does spontaneous mean? You could say acting on instinct, a quick reaction, an unforced or voluntary action you take. You can also define it as an occurrence of sudden impulse. One example would be based on how the speeches are going on. The entire audience broke into spontaneous applause, which means you have your instinct to appreciate the person in front of you. So again, I say the word of the day is spontaneous, which means acting on instinct or unforced or voluntary action. I recommend and I suggest each speaker to use the word of the day. And end of the meeting report, inshallah, I will give my report on the usage of the word and other quotes which has been captured during the day. Back to you, Toastmaster of the day.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much, Mr. Grammarian. That was a spontaneous explanation of the word of the day. Well explained. We missed your video, but your words were very clear, your explanations were very clear, and your picture was wonderful. So we are so happy, and the whole crowd is happy. Let's move forward to our R counter. R. Now on, I'm going to be keeping a break on my R's because somebody is going to monitor the R's. And the R counter. So be careful when you say R. Yeah. So like, there's somebody already monitoring all that, and this is a young lady, smiling, charming, beautiful young leader, Shreya Sara Sumesh. Please welcome Shreya with a big round of applause.
Greetings, Mr. Toastmaster, fellow Toastmasters, and guests. The purpose of the R counter is to note words and sounds that are used as a crutch or pause filler by anyone who speaks. During the meeting, I will listen for overused words, including and, well, but, so, and you know. I will also listen for filler word sounds, including and I will also note when a speaker repeats a word or a phrase, such as I, or this means. At the end of the meeting, I will report the number of times that each speaker used these expressions. Thank you, Mr. Toastmaster.
Thank you so much, young leaders. Shreya, let's give her a big round of applause. Let's play. Let's move. We have one more person over here who's an experienced young lady. A beautiful, lovely eyes is monitoring the whole meeting. Right from the time we started the meeting, or rather before the meeting. She's silent, but a silence means a lot of things because she is monitoring to see where we went well, where we went wrong. And this is going to be a very nurturing session for us. She'll be introduced aptly at the right time. I would like to detailedly introduce her. She is a person who needs a detailed introduction. So I'll take it towards the last part of the program to introduce her aptly. Right now, I'll skip the introduction, move forward with the educational session. Now with the educational session, we have the new member orientation. BITP gives a lot of focus to our new members. I'm going to ensure that every new member is nurtured, educated, and a great handholding is done. And for that reason, we have a VP Education who's been doing this new member orientation for the last 2 meetings. This is the 3rd session. So please welcome our Vice President Education, Toastmaster Mohammad Vikaruddin for the new member orientation. And new members, please give your ears across to the VP Education as she's going to give the orientation. This might take 10 minutes, but let's give all ears, lend your ears, not just to the Romans and countrymen, but to the whole BITP members. Toastmaster Vikaruddin, the stage is yours.
Thank you, Mr. Toastmaster of the Day, Toastmaster Santosh Abraham, for my warm, wonderful introduction. Thank you. Welcome all for this lovely meeting, which is background is very lovely from the Toastmaster International. Without further ado, as already we have done 2 sessions before about new member orientation program, which is giving for you an idea how you need to perform as a new Toastmaster, what are the things is involved to become effective communicator and a leader. The example for us here, communicator, you can see Toastmaster of the Day, Santosh Abraham, and we have a great leaders like CGD, DTM Khalid Jalal. He is our reach up to his leadership up to his highest level of our Toastmaster community, Kuwait and Bahrain. Now we have a great communicator like Toastmaster Santosh Abraham, Toastmaster Ahmed Balushi, and Toastmaster Gangadhar Rao. Just I would like to share the screen. As earlier already I covered most of the session, but I will go as a brief and what you will expect. Especially we have here new Toastmaster Sayyid Abbas. So for him, while you join as a new Toastmaster, what is for you? The goal already in last 2 sessions we already finished, which is about your goal, members' goal. Club meeting roles, Toastmaster pathway learning, experience, mentoring, leadership opportunities, next step, membership, support and club expectations. Every members who join as a Toastmaster, maybe they want to learn as a public speaker, communicator, and they want to develop their leadership skills. I am going in a fast way because this session already covered. And what and how we can support you as a member over here. Every member, as start from the surgery terms, already explained to you what we will going to support you and whenever we need. The meeting role you can see here, Toastmaster is the synonym of Toastmaster of the Day, which is Toastmaster Santosh Abraham. Master of Ceremonies, both are synonym. This is the role he is doing. How perform a role you can see in the role of Toastmaster Santosh Abraham. Grammarian, which is explained by Toastmaster Anisur Rahman, how he is doing word of the day, spontaneous. Spontaneous means attack spontaneously. So now our counter is like repetitive word we are doing it, and youth leader Shreya is over here, she is monitoring, and the timer is we have youth leader for was how he is doing it, And table topic speakers, which is normally we are getting an opportunity to speaking out of the box. And topic master is like Toastmaster Ahmed Balushi. Later it come his role, but I will give you overthrow. Speaker, right now we have two speakers, which is one is Toastmaster Gangadhar Rao and Toastmaster Taufik. And evaluator also we have two, and the general evaluator you can see Toastmaster Sunita Rao. Now I am going very fast way. Now Toastmaster, which is if you are taking a role as Master of Ceremonies or TMOD. So what you will learn in this, I highlighted over here, you will get practice planning, organization, time management, facilitation, motivation, and team building. This is how he's built the environment for all of us. He's giving presentation, and I have seen him from the beginning when he assigned as a role as a Toastmaster of the day, and he keep following up with me as a VP education, and he's asking about the role players, asking about their pictures, and something he made creativity for this meeting. You can see as an example. This is how we have to plan our as a Toastmaster of the day. Grammarian, as you can see, Toastmaster Anisur Rahman. If you take that role, what you will gain? Because people are confusion, what I will get benefit from as a grammarian. If you become a grammarian, you will also make planning, because he plan what it has to come, his grammar of the day and the meaning and how to use it, evaluation, interpersonal communication, and public speaking. This is in public speaking. Most of the time speaker, they are natural and they will not speak in a proper sequence. If you become a grammarian, so you can control your way. Accounter, you can see here right now with our youth leader, Shreya has taken the role. What you will gain if you taking as a accounter role, you will be active listening. Now she is actively listening my arms and I where I am saying, so she is catching. So that means it's active listening about our words. This is it will be easy for us while we are doing evaluation and providing effective feedback. Right now I am the evaluator as well as Toastmaster Shakil also evaluator who will noticing that. The timer, if you become a timer, right now youth leader Muhammad Fawaz has taken that role. You see what you will get in that. You will get time management. So he's timing the criteria. Right now he's not monitoring. My time is 7 minutes. So you can give me 5 minutes for red and 6 for green and 7 for red. So I can stop my speaking because I need to finish today. So what you will gain as a timer, you will get active listening and leadership. So this is like a time management, how you need to manage your time. Table topic speaker, which is at the end it will come, has already youth leaders and other experienced leader already know. Table topic is impromptu speeches, which is you have not prepared. Now we have here prepared speeches, which is Toastmaster Gangadhar Rao and Toastmaster Taufik. They know about their speeches. That is prepared. This unprepared speech, this is tabletop speaker. You will take this experience, what you will get, you have to think out of your box. Some of the things which is not coming to your mind, it will come after becoming impromptu speeches. Topic master, which is Toastmaster Ahmed Balushi. What you will gain if you are become a topic master? You will gain leadership, which is his organizing, planning, time management, and motivation. Is inspiring the members and motivating the members come forward and speak about the table topics. The speaker, when you become a speaker, right now we have Toastmaster Gangadhar Rao and Toastmaster Taufik. What you will get as a speaker? So you will get practice planning, like they are prepared their speeches and they rehearse, they make the time, how much they have to use it. They are using preparation and they are using time management. As we have a timer, he is noting down the time, 5, 6, 7 minutes it is there. So he will, and as well as they are public speakers. So I am going fast forward. And evaluator, you will get listening again. This is also related to grammarian and accounter, which is also required as an evaluator. Critical thinking, and you will think of how the speaker and the evaluator, how it is speech is flowing. That is a critical thinking inside the speech, and provide feedback and motivation. The evaluator is not for criticize. You have to give constructive feedback along with this, motivate the speaker, not to criticize, which we have a champion speaker evaluation, Toastmaster Gangadharo, and rest of the member also we are experienced. General evaluator, now you can see the general evaluator Toastmaster Sunita Rao. She is, what it is she is doing as a general evaluator. She is doing critical thinking, organization, time management, motivation and team building, and at the end you will see the report from her, how she will give all this overall these points which already we have discussed earlier. So now this is the new Toastmaster, like Toastmaster Anis, Toastmaster Tawfiq, no, Tawfiq is experience, Toastmaster Abbas. Now we have 11 unique paths, and you have to take the assessment. I will assist you, Toastmaster Abbas, for you. And each path we have 5 levels. So right now you can see the agenda, Toastmaster Gangadhara, he reached up to 5 level, highest level. And Toastmaster Shakil, last time he has given level 1. So how you have to move forward. So every path you have 5 levels. What's your path? Because each and every leaders, they want to improve by themselves, so they have to use all these paths, and later I will give you, because we don't have enough time. If you are taking a dynamic leadership, you will mainly, I highlight here, public speaking, intercommunication and management. Additionally, if you are taking as a dynamic leadership, which is my path, and Toastmaster Tawfiq is using the same, if you use this path, you will get strategic leadership and conflict resolution, which we are trying. If you are taking effective coaching, right now Toastmaster Gangadhara, he is in that path. He is already finishing, so he is getting the skills. If you are taking effective communication, you will become a public speaking, intercommunication and coach and leadership. Engage humor, again the public speaking, and you want to write your speeches. And innovation planning, you all the paths is, this is common: public speaking, strategic leadership, interpersonal communication and project management. This up to the individual, those who want to use 11 paths. It's whatever you require you use. One of the Toastmasters is in United States. He asked me, if you want to do business, assess, and whatever the points is there, you use that path. Don't consider this is $20 or $40 is going, but you can use exactly that path. It is giving you some overall what you need to improve, or you need to focus on your personal build up. Now if you are taking motivational strategy, which is you will get public speaking, additionally you will get motivational and motivational communication. Persuasive, this is also one of the path. Presentation mastery, most of the first time speaker, those who are already a lot of experience, they have a leadership, they have communication, but they cannot deliver. For them, this is the right path for them, presentation mastery. Strategic relation, which is required, all those things which is required. Networking, right now somebody has noticing me, I'm doing networking, but I have not done that path, but I will do in the later in my future paths. If you are using team collaboration, again public speaking and collaborative leadership skills. Visionary communication, we can see, I am sure DTM Khaled Jalal, might be he is also one of the member for the visionary communication, which is he is using for his path. Mentoring is the main, we have here mentoring we are using right now. You can see from the beginning, which we assign as a mentor during the membership orientation, as well as the new member oath. In that, one of VPM asked about mentor assign. Mentor is the most important. So not only he is guiding, he is nurturing you how to develop your skills, and whatever the things you may need, they may help you out on that. Now leadership opportunities within the club. While most of they are members, like Abbas is the members, like other are members, then you have clubs, then areas, division, districts, region, and the board of directors. This is the hierarchy of the leadership. You will get opportunity. It is not necessarily I cannot get. You will get also if you do your passion. Developing leadership skills. Right now we are at the club level. While we are at the club level, you see we have president, VP education, VP membership, VP public relations, secretary, treasurer, sergeant at arms. This is about the club level. When you move on, you can see here one of our division C director, Toastmaster Sushmita Rao. She is in the middle level role of the leadership, which is area director. And area director Toastmaster Santosh, Toastmaster Ahmed Balushi, they are in this level, and most of our members, all they pass all the level. We are a real example for other clubs how you need to build your leadership. If you are reaching up to the district level, right now we have CGD, which is Club Growth Director. We have District Director, Program Quality Director, Finance Manager. This is come under the district. So this is the leadership role you need to play around. Maybe most of the new Toastmaster member, they will come to know now how you need to plan out for your path. Now this all I am going fast forward because this session must be at least to required more time, since we are short of time, so I will not take much time. If you have any question and answer, you can chat. I will personally come back to you because we are short of time. And with that, I complete my in a fast track new membership orientation program. If you have any doubt or something, anytime you can call me or you can message me, and members, everyone helping you out. Thank you, and back to you, Master of Ceremonies.
Thank you so much, our Vice President Education. That was very informative, and that was a Vice President Education with the new member orientation program, which was the last of the 3 CDs that he's been doing. I hope it has been a benefit to all the new members. When we talk about, I need to call up back as I start the educational section, prepared speeches, I need to call back the same man out here. You know, the Toastmaster Mohammed Vikaruddin, a lot to be spoken across. We call him as the man who's available and seen everywhere. You know, omnipresent is a word which is only used for God, you know, because God is available everywhere. But with regard to Vikaruddin, I think we can use it conveniently for Toastmasters because he's there always, everywhere in Toastmasters. You have any meeting in Toastmasters, you go in there, you check the participants list, there'll be a Mohammed Vikaruddin, even if you don't see his video out there. So he's an omnipresent person around, and he's been serving in the division, in the area, in district, in different roles. Today, he's the Assistant Area Director of Program Quality. He is the PR Manager for Area 37. So he's been around, a man which is fully committed his life for Toastmasters. So now, Toastmaster Mohammed Vikaruddin, as we start the prepared speeches session, we have 2 project speeches for this evening. They'll be evaluated by the respective individual evaluators. I would like to, the first speech, which is a level 5 speech, and the speaker will be evaluated by the same person I spoke about, Toastmaster Vikaruddin. So Toastmaster Vikaruddin, as we move into the prepared speeches, and since you are the first evaluator, I would like you to give in your evaluation for or bring in the objectives for the first speaker. Can you please let me know the objectives for the first speaker, please? Toastmaster Vikaruddin, the stage is yours.
Thank you, Master of Ceremonies. Again, this warm welcome for mine. Toastmaster Gangadhar Rao, he is doing his level 5 high performance leadership, that is introduction. The purpose of this project is for the member to apply his or her leadership and planning knowledge to develop a project plan, organize a guidance committee, and implement the plan with the help of a team. The purpose of the first speech is for the member to introduce his or her plan and vision. I wish our member Toastmaster Gangadhar Rao is using high performance leadership projects. I am very excited to see his presentation. Back to you, Master of Ceremonies.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Vikardan again. Now, let's proceed for the introduction of the speaker. The speaker working with KPMG, a passionate speaker, a biker, a voracious reader, the vice man of our club, the ex-VP PM, or the VP of membership of BITP Toastmasters, and the current mentor of the Bahrain Finance Professionals Toastmasters Club. And when I asked him what his 3 core areas are, he said trust. And I like the way he gave the explanation. He said it is more shameful to distress people close to me than to be deceived by them. It's more shameful to distress people close to me than to be deceived by them. That means I don't mind being deceived by them. Rather, I will still prefer to trust them. Wonderful. And then he said, second, I would say as a core value is be helpful. So without any reason or expectation, let's try to be helpful. Wow, wonderful. And the third, he says, forgive so that we all can all live peacefully. I think these 3 core values we all need to take into life. Trust, being helpful, and being forgiving to everybody. The title of his speech is Information Protection. So if you need to protect your information, lend your ears to the speaker and gracefully welcome our speaker, first prepared speaker for this evening, Toastmaster Gangadhar Rao, with a big round of applause. Toastmaster Gangadhar, the virtual stage, has just been offered to you.
Thank you, Toastmaster of the day. I just like to share my screen before I start. I hope my timer is not yet started my counter. Okay. I hate presentations. I'd like to speak myself, but this project demands presentation, so it's all there on the screen. When it comes to the projects or any plans we do, we IT guys are experts in drawing nice, beautiful Gantt charts, PowerPoint, planner, using everything. But this is the first time I'm experimenting my real-time project in my job with a combination of, normally we follow PMI as a project management standard. So why not this time PMI plus TMI? Why don't we mix together and bring a new thing into a project? Toastmaster International, Project Management International. I'm trying to experiment this thing in my project. With that, an information protection controls audit. The agenda of my plan, my project is that what is objectives, my project overview, key activities, what is my plan, timeline, and the team. This is going to be the agenda for today in my brief session. When it comes to the objective, any project, we first thing is to determine why am I doing this? What is my objective? In this typical scenario of project, what am I doing is the information protection control audit. Am I doing this to protect the information, or am I doing this for a compliance? Is it another tick box in my exercise? Most of the times we do things to just to tick mark, okay, I'm done. So the real objective here is not about compliance, it is about the effectiveness. As I know that our main core service is delivering service in a trusted manner, because the clients will trust us always, whichever the business we are in. And considering the stakeholders is very important in any project. Here I have my clients, regulators, insurers, and by and large, I am responsible for the society, because I am holding that trust with the people. So that is another thing we always consider as a stakeholder. So these are my brief objectives to start a project. Then when it comes to overview, I don't want to put too much of information. It's a simple pictorial presentation of my overall project. When we start with the audit planning, audit planning, audit testing, and reporting, again, treatment of the results and remediation programs. This is a very simple cycle of audit I'm going to follow. And every stage, the most important thing, how my HPL going to reflect in my project is the key point. I found it more helpful in any project. The key is motivation. How do I bring motivation in my team? Definitely, I am applying my knowledge of Toastmasters in terms of motivating people through the various ways that's become practice as part of speeches. And another interesting thing is that in any audit, the most important thing is how can you tell instant stories to the auditor? That is where my table topic experience coming in picture. How do I tell this impromptu speeches or give instant stories to my auditor whenever he comes across with anything spontaneously? The question comes, I need to have a spontaneous answers. So that is another way of applying the HPL into my project. Now coming to quickly activities, as I mentioned, planning is very important. Resources, scope, everything. Testing is important. Then the reporting the results. And again, applying the plan. What are the findings, how to fix it, and when to fix it. These are the simple steps followed in the process as a planning project. Now coming to the key activities in the planning. Resources. Here, this is another unique approach I'm taking is that apart from the resources, as per my HPL project, I need to have a guidance committee to run this plan. So luckily I have Toastmasters with me in my team, along with me in the team from BITP. So I'm going to utilize those Toastmasters as well as part of my project as a guidance committee members, which will be shown in my second presentation later on when I do that, how the guidance meetings went. So the part of my team this time, I'm having a guidance committee as per the Toastmaster project standard. Then the scope of the audit, that is a standard scope of the process, and the budgeting of the process, there is a planning. And also meeting requests. All meetings will be recorded as part of my project. As a brief summary, of course, considering the confidentiality, I will present the essence of the meetings. What am I going to meet every time guidance committee as a standard? And of course, every status meeting, minutes of meeting, structured, everything. This is all, again, I'm going to follow the experience, what I have seen in Toastmasters, how secretaries does the minutes of meeting very professionally. That was helpful in what I've seen in BIT. So these are the steps and the most important timeline. You all might be surprised. What is this timeline instead of a Gantt chart or a Microsoft planner putting day by day and hour by hour and this. Here, this is where we are running a because we are not a project-based organization. We are completely a matrix organization structure. Things will go here and there. We have to step out of project, step in project. So the key project timeline is defined by the key milestones only, not by the each task planned for every day, every hour. That is not the way it works. So these are my key milestones, which is in progress in real time, the project right now. So with that, this is what is my brief project plan, which I want to share with you. And further in my second session at the end of my project, I will share my learnings from the project, my experience of applying HPL into the project, and how did it help me in Toastmasters to do this project. That's the whole exercise I'm going to practice it. Team structure, again, as I mentioned, still I'm building it because this is just a planning stage. With that, that is my end of my project. Thank you very much. Back to you, Toastmaster of the day.
Thank you so much. Let's give him a big round of applause. That was both informative and very technical. And thank you, Toastmaster Gangadhar. Now, moving on to the next and the last prepared speech for this, last but not the least prepared speech for this evening. It'll be evaluated by Toastmaster Shakil Sheikh. The second PT is it's a P2 level 1 project. It will be evaluated by VP membership. Talking about him, he's a cyber security professional with over 20 years experience and currently the head of IT security in Ali United Bank. When I asked him what are his 3 core values, he said, 1, respect for all. He says all human beings need to be treated equal. Wow, great. And he says, irrespective of the status, respect for the opinion and views of everybody. And he also said that personal integrity. So if you're a leader, you should walk your talk. And the third is gratitude. Be grateful to all and for everything. And I think I will take all these 3 values: respect for all, personal integrity, and gratitude. Excellent values to be incorporated, in fact, from our VP membership. And now I would request Toastmaster Shakil to read out the objectives of the second speech. Toastmaster Shakil, the stage is yours.
Thank you, Toastmaster of the day, Santosh. That was a great introduction. Thank you very much. Toastmaster Taufik is preparing for his pathway in dynamic leadership. This is his first speech in level 2. The objective here is understanding your leadership style. And the purpose of this project is for Taufik to learn about different communication styles and identify his or her primary style. The purpose of this speech is for him to share the impact of his or her style on others. With this, I wish him good luck, and I'm very excited to evaluate his speech and give him constructive feedback for his growth and improvement.
Thank you. I would just like to cut you off there, Toastmaster Shakil. It's level 2, second project. It's about communication, not leadership.
Okay, this is the evaluation.
It's level 1, project 2, isn't it, Toastmaster?
Oh, level 2.
Level 2, project 2.
Ah, project 2. Okay.
Okay. Is it level 1 or level 2?
The evaluation sheet.
Okay. Right. So great. So is that established?
Toastmaster
Right.
Shakil,
Okay. Right.
Sorry, I checked the evaluation form you sent. It says level 1, I guess. Sorry, level 2, speech 1.
It's on communication.
Yeah, it says understanding your communication style.
If I may interrupt you, the evaluation form are the same for all the projects, so you can evaluate him and the delivery he will.
Okay, no problem. Thank you.
All right. So are we through? No confusion, right? Okay, then it's time to introduce the next and the last speaker for this evening. Our second speaker, a computer graduate from the UBC Canada, currently works as the sales manager in AirTech Group. He's involved in philanthropic activities, including distribution of food kits to the needy through various associations in Bahrain. A very helpful chap. Readily available for help and support for any social cause, especially with regard to empowerment of children. People, take his number. He will be useful. He is one of the active coordinators for the BITP YLP, serves as the VPPR for 2 clubs, BITP and the Worldwide Toastmasters Club. His 3 core areas. He's given me a very big description, but I'm going to summarize it saying, what's this belief? I will rhyme with him on this. He says, belief in God or the Almighty is a prime value for him. He says, it is not just enough to say, Inshallah. I mean, people say this, Inshallah, so easily. He says it's taken for granted. Inshallah means if God wills. In that case, you need to really believe that God wills good in your life. And number 2, he says his family. He says family and close friends are the real foundation. Other things and people may fade, but your family will always stay with you. And number 3, he says his honesty integrity. Honesty is the best policy. It's like life is like an ice cream. You never know when it melts, but till it lasts, enjoy it, but be honest. Wonderful. Now let's welcome the second speaker for this evening with the speech title, Deal with Fox. With a big round of applause, please welcome Toastmaster Tawfiq Kader. The stage is yours.
Good communication is the bridge between confusion and clarity. Quote by Nat Turner. Thank you, Master of Ceremonies, fellow Toastmasters, and distinguished guests. Communication is very important. Spontaneous. It gives our daily lives, both personally and professionally. As I stand in front of you right now to deliver my project 2 of level 2 under Project Dynamic Leadership, I'm hopeful to convey my thoughts that are building in me to all of you. When I started compiling and working on my project, I referred to the first means of research. Any guesses? Yes, you're right. Google. The results that came up on the screen were passive, aggressive, and assertive. However, in Toastmasters, it's classified again into 4. Direct, initiating, analytical, and supportive. Let me begin with my recent interactions and actual incidents, and let you, the audience, decide on what the communication skill is all about. I had an auditor who flew all the way from Germany, and he was going through the records, and he asked, can I have the feedback form of your major clients? The moment I saw him, I realized he means business. And the fellow speaker, Toastmaster Gangadhar, you can guide me on how to do that table topic, on how to convey and justify. But I had to rush to my office and pick up the document and review and just give it to him. And he flags it up and he says, okay, what is the timestamp? Then I had to justify. Okay, what was the feedback, how it was received, what was the day, what was the time. Then he quickly took down his pen and he was like writing down all my conversation, what I said, how I justified, and what means, what resources, what time, duration, everything. This is one time. Second one, I had an incident with my colleague. He said he wanted to send his son abroad to UK for his college admission. He had been to the resources who is VFS who do the processing. And they said it cannot be done because it needs a certain time and there's a pandemic. He said, can you help me? And I picked up the phone, called up the VFS office, and I asked them that there's a case in such scenario, how would I be able to process? They gave me A, B, C, D. These are the documents that you need to submit, and it will be true. I got those documents, I quickly mailed them and uploaded onto the system and put in a fixed appointment, and here we go. We went. And VFS says, no, there's something missing. Okay, what can be done? He needs to travel or else he will lose a year. They said, okay, there's a PR office. We can go and contact them and that's will be resolved. We went to the PR office. Okay, this is the stuff. This is what we need. How can we get your assistance? They say, okay, you get a document from university and then only it has to be sealed, get it done, and then you can upload. Right. We get that document, we upload, problem solved. This is another side of communication. Third one that I would like to highlight to you is the boss. Everybody has a boss. My boss just comes. I need a report on my desk with the quarterly and half-yearly analysis. And my system doesn't work and I don't have the data. What do? I cannot say no. You can never say no to your boss. Yeah, I quickly run on my system, complete it, then run, print out the report. Yeah, here you go, boss. He checks it down. This is up, this is down. Okay, justify. Then I need to justify it to him. Right, done. This was the third type of communication. The fourth communication is between a husband and a wife. I'm sure everybody is having a spouse, except the youth leaders, of course. But this is an experience I would like to share. Husband and wife, it's always good to agree to disagree. In communication style, there has to be a difference, not necessary similarities. Because once you have a similarity, life is difficult to continue. Trust me on that. If you want to build a happy family, married life, always don't agree to your wife. And similarly, wife does not agree to the husband. So it's okay to disagree and continue a healthy debate where you can have a mutual agreement. And this is what we all, as men and female, do. We all get together and sort things out. So hence, fellow Toastmasters, enjoy the show. The show must go on. It's okay to have a cat and mouse or a Tom and Jerry game. Enjoy it. Life is everlasting. And this is a personal experience that I would like to share. Hope you enjoyed my stories and hope you have evaluated the communication style. Master of Ceremony, you have done a brilliant job and I really appreciate the time and effort that you took. It's absolutely professional. Over to you. Thank you.
Oh, a big round of applause to our final speaker for this evening. We really enjoyed that communication strategies to deal with folks. I'm sure it'll come handy for many people here. With that, we come to the end of the prepared speeches, but still there are great things ahead. And now comes to the next interesting part of our educational session, which is the table topics. Now, as I share my screen, I know our people are not like this. You know, the ones who are trying to be afraid of the table topics, you know, to keep away from the mic and run away. You know, it's not like that. So we have decided to give this opportunity to somebody who can make it as interesting as possible. A veteran, not just a veteran, but a person who is not just our president. He's the Area 3 director, and he is also was our ex-VP education, somebody who speaks out of his heart. He doesn't have to be a prepared speaker. He just comes across and speaks his heart out. And that needs a passion. An IT professional, currently running his own fintech company. He's shown a lot of passion for artificial intelligence and new technologies. Now, I'm not too sure how much technological parts he'll bring into the table topics, but let's hope it will not be technical for everybody, but definitely whenever Toastmaster Ahmed Al-Balishi comes to the stage with this table topics, it's always interesting. And today also it's going to be the same. So let's give a big round of applause to our president as he takes the role as a table topic master with a big round of applause. And to all the commentators also who are aspiring, who are not like these. A big round of applause.
Thank you very much, Master of Ceremonies. Thank you very much for this lovely introduction. And now, without any further ado, I will just go directly to the table topic content. I'll not take too much because I think we are already behind the schedule. I'll leave this for the general evaluator later on to ask to extend the meeting for a while, but I'll just cut from my time. Suppose it's 15 minutes, I'll take just 10 minutes. I'll take 10 minutes, maybe 5 minutes again from the business session.
Thank you.
I need sharing the screens. Okay. All right. Okay, I'm sorry. I shouldn't show this, so I forgot something. Okay, I need you guys, someone to step forward and volunteer. Don't make me pick people. You just step forward. 1, 2, 3. DTM Khalid. Thank you very much. Thank you very much, DTM Khalid. I'll just come back to this, but it's not this one. This one. Visual communications and perceptions. Now, I know that what does this mean for you? Okay? Think when you reach to a conclusion or to a result using your eyes. Whatever you see, you will get something. Please relate them together.
Mr. Table Topic Master, my fellow Toastmasters, young leaders and guests, very good evening. The topic is not a topic, it's a picture given to me. I need to visualize and give my feedback. Now, we all see what is there on this picture. We have a chart with some indications. We have a person who's looking at it. It's all visual communications and how we can become perfect in our analysis to make sure our perceptions are correct. When we have large number of data, it's very difficult to know what is going on unless we bring them into a shape, into an order. It's exactly like what we have in our life. When we have so much in our life, we don't know what to do, where to start from. Unless we put all of them in a sequential order or in a particular order so that we can analyze them. Break things into smaller chunks, group them, and then analyze them. How much we sell, how much we buy is very simple to know. But how much we have helped somebody, how much we have gained respect from others, it all depends how much respect we have planned for others. If we plan respect for others, we will get more respect than what we have planned for others. If you want to have a truth from others, it all depends how much truth you tell to others, how much truthful you are to others. If you have a perception that everything is perfect in this world, it is not true. Everything has its ups and downs, just like the graph is telling us how much we sold at what price and how much we have bought at what price. Are we making a profit or not? It's all perception, but be the right person to the right choices. Back to you, Table Topic Master.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much, Itiam Khalid. Yes, see, lovely words. He used lovely words. Help, respect, giving, plan, also an up and down. See, sell and buy. Here in the real life, we never, or it's not necessarily that you reach the perfection. When you reach somewhere, you bought a trading or you bought a stock and you reach to a satisfaction stage, then just sell it. Get your profit, move to the next stage. That's how life is. Thank you very much, Ditiam Khalid. Now, who will step forward? Another one. 1, 2, 3. I'll use one of the youth. Sriya. Sriya? Sriya, Sriya.
Yes, sir.
Please step forward and see this. What do you see on this? When you see something like pass it on, what is your perception on this? Why we related to legacy? Is it hard, Surya? Let me tell you. If you are a father or a mother and you teach your kid the good things, what you're leaving behind you when we are as parents or as teachers, we are passed away. So what we are passing to others? Legacy, yes? Surya. Hello? Okay, Surya, she's not with me. I'll just go with another one. Muhammad. Youth, Muhammad Fawaz, this one.
Yes.
Visual communication. Make the world a pretty place.
Good evening, Toastmasters. And,
Communicate them.
leaders. Yeah. The picture as a group, they're making a globe, and I can see make the world a pretty place. So it shows that teamwork with communication, and communication can make the world a pretty place. Like if we have to keep the streets clean, we have to work on team and throw the garbage in the trash can. Right, we have to work together to keep the streets clean. And so we have to stop, and we have to do in a team. That's it. Thank you.
Okay, thank you very much. Thank you very much, Muhammad. Simply, we're trying to tell us that if you want to make this life a better place, then it's a teamwork. You cannot do it alone. You have to work with others to pass a good message and make everyone's life better. True? Thank you very much, Muhammad. Now, I'll go for one of our guests, Sylvie. Sylvie?
Yes, listening. Hello, yes.
Yes.
Yes, can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you clear and loudly. I'll just take to another one, not this one, not this one. I want you to talk about this one. When you see this lovely planet coming out from the root, and when you hear the word success, what does it mean to you? How you can relate them?
Okay,
Mike is yours.
okay, thank you, fellow Toastmaster. This picture here is a visual communication for success. It's a green plant growing up from the plant. It's actually how we take care of the planet, how we want to have more vegetables or vegetarians or this. For me, is like, as we live in vegetarian, so we need to be healthy because I'm surrounded with natural food around the house. So this one will help me to be healthier. We can have more energy instead of eating meat. And that's about it. Thank you, fellow Toastmaster.
Thank you. Thank you very much, Sylvie. Thank you very much. When you see the planet and you see the success, it's not the color, it's the meaning. Yeah? You said communication and you said healthy. Great. You relate them. See how hard to get out this planet from a wood? Life, it will get its way. No matter the obstacles and the hardness that they will you will face, it will find its way. You just need to work hard, to be disciplined and committed to what you do, then you will reach the success. Thank you very much. Now I'll go Still, I have for one. Okay, and I'll go with Toastmaster. Do we have a guest over here? No, no, no.
We'll
I
take
go to
Riaz Ahmed, our new
Riaz.
member. Yes.
Riaz is not a guest, but I'll listen to him. Riaz, how are you? Riaz, you are not. Yeah, next meeting we need you as a role player and 2 role players, speaker and role player. Okay, this is Toastmaster for you. This is the last one because we don't have too much time. We have 2 minutes. See, relate them. Okay, relate them. This is Toastmaster. This is us. This is Toastmaster Sushmita, Division C, Division A, District 20, District, Region 11, Region 20, Region, whatever. Relate them. What does it mean to you?
From the image, I can see there is a icon, which is fixed. The T is falling down. It's in the verge of falling down. So you should have a confidence that, I can do it. That will be very strong. If you think, whether I will do it, I can do it, I cannot do it, then there are chances, no. You will see the failures. So the message is that you have to be strong with your the power of achieving it. Then it will happen. You should not be like what you say, like you should not be like a dynamic person. You have to be very static. That I'll be doing this. This is my understanding to this image.
Thank you very much. So you are telling me that you are done, Toastmaster Riyal?
Yeah, I'm done. Yeah.
Then utilize your time, 2 minutes. Anyway, thank you very much. You are saying that just take off the negative thoughts from your mind, take the T out and say, I can do it. Now, I'm sending this message to everyone who wants to be a better leader or better communicator. Toastmaster is your place to do that. If you remove the T, started your journey with Toastmaster, then you will see the benefit very, very, very soon. As everyone over here saw it. With only 4 or 5 people, we are chartering clubs. So imagine if more people come in. We can charter countries maybe. Huh? Yes? No. I want to hear from Toastmaster Sushmita this one.
Toastmaster Ahmed Balushi, we are out of time. So can we?
I know. I'll take it back, but I wanted Toastmaster Sushmita to tell me about this. But later on, when she is a general evaluator, the picture she saw, I wanted to tell me about it. Back to you, Master of Ceremonies.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Ahmed Al-Balushi, the TTM, as well as every commentator. Let's give them a big round of applause, please. Toastmaster Ahmed, can you stop sharing the screen?
Yeah, I did. Sorry.
Wonderful. All right. Now, moving into the next session, which many people feel that this is a kind of a boring session, but out here it is going to be a spontaneous session. It's going to be a session not like this in the picture. It's going to be a spontaneous, swift session. So as the president has already mentioned that we are going to have a very swift business session. So with that, I pass the baton across to the president for the swift business session. The table and the chair is yours.
Yeah, thank you very much. It's a business session. Again, it's a business session. I'll go very fast on this one. I'll start with the Sergeant at Arms is not here. The Treasurer is not here. So I'll start with Vice President Public Relations, please.
Good evening once again,
Thank you,
Mr. President. We are already launched in Facebook, Instagram, LinkedIn, and we have started publishing. And again, with my communication, I would just again like to disagree to agree. Our president, he made a very good flyer. He posted on our WhatsApp group and we interchanged our ideas. So that's the way to do it. We have to come back in and work in a team to promote and propagate our club, which is a already established Toastmasters Club in Bahrain. Over to you, Mr. President.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much. We'll discuss it later in our own meeting, but I know that We are doing good in this stage. And again, I'm encouraging all the members, please take this flyer, take it to your social media accounts and publish it. Let's help the club to get more members, to promote ourselves, to promote our work, to promote our efforts. Thank you very much. Now with Vice President Education.
Thank you, Mr. President. From my side, from education, as we plan, new member orientation, which is done. Thank you so much. Giving an opportunity, we'll speak from last 3 sessions, so we conclude that one, and it is really beneficial. At the end of this meeting, I will share that slide to all members to see what they can benefit from this new member orientation PowerPoint. Apart from this one, as already we discussed, next meeting we need to make member orientation, new member orientation. Moment of truth, sorry, moment of truth, we need to plan. So by next week, as we plan to make moment of truth, which are all members, and this we need your approval for that, how we can make this one. If you can give me that plan, so we can work on, because most of our members, they are not joining because we need to see their concern, what is their problem. Maybe we know there is a pandemic situation, that's why they are not joining. At the last moment, they are excusing due to their personal reason. So we want to know, as we need to record as the way forward for improvement. That's it from my side. Only the 2 things was there. Remaining more, I will come back to you. Thank you, and back to you, Mr. President.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much, Vice President Education. Actually, I was supposed to go to Vice President Membership, but I just announced your name before that. Vice President Membership, your report, please.
Thank you, Mr. President. We have a new member joined today, and I have 2 more leads. They were supposed to join as guests, but somehow I could not manage them. Inshallah, they will join in the next meeting, or probably they will become member. And I need your help, Mr. President, and the help from other mentors to communicate with the mentees and find out why they are not able to continue, because many of them are inactive members. So we have to contact and find out whether they can continue, or if they have any challenges, whether we can address them. So please, I need everybody to call the mentees and find out that. Please, we need that help.
Thank you very much. Okay, we'll do that. Please follow up with the mentors one by one. Make sure of the list. Make sure that they are following up with the second thing. I wanted to send for each member a message telling them just remind them about the renewal, which will be on September. Make sure that they are ready for that. And if anyone told you he has a problem he don't want, let me know.
Okay.
Let us both together call them and contact them and talk to them. Okay.
Okay, sure. Noted. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much. And with that, I will not take too much because I know that we are late. I'll go back to those master of the day.
You're noted.
Thank you so much. Am I audible now? Am I audible? All right. Okay.
Yes,
so you will all agree with me that this was not like the picture here. That was spontaneous, swift, and moved very rapidly. Thank you so much, Mr. President. And now moving into the final session. It's a final general evaluation session. It's time for an overall evaluation, a comprehensive evaluation of how things went on. To do this important task, we have this wonderful lady with us here. Our general evaluator, a bold and beautiful personality, a wonderful speaker, contest winner for several area division and district contests, division contests, I could say. Counselor and mentor of a Gavels club called Sparklers Gavel Club. She's also a mentor and sponsor of several Toastmaster clubs in the island. The current Division C director, internationally decided not to run swiftly. It was her intention that she intentionally decided that she'll not run pace down and get the DTM award, because More than all that quantitative stuff, she wanted quality. She wanted to know that she enjoys the journey, enjoys every moment, in depth, every project she has worked towards it. I will definitely sing with her. Even as I joined 2002, I moved rapidly, pacely. I paced myself on that. And I really need to salute her for that. And she decided to keep the DTM aside so she can enjoy the journey. When I asked her, in fact, when I asked her what are the 3 core values of her life, she said freedom, faith, and family. She said, give freedom, take freedom, have faith in your hard work, and success will always follow. She says, family is that which binds and bonds you to all your values. Let's welcome our lovely G for this evening, Toastmaster Sushmita Rao, with a very big round of applause, please. The stage is yours, madam.
Thank you, Toastmaster of the Day, Toastmaster Santosh. And that was just a wonderful introduction, which was provided to you by me only, but I'm glad that it happened the way it happened, because you also connected in a beautiful way with your own personal idea there. Well, fellow Toastmasters, I think we are already exceeded the time today, so I'm not sure whether I should try to wrap up this and condense this particular session, or should I extend and give my best and give the value here, which I'm here for. So if you allow,
Madam,
yes.
G, can I advise, I can ask Mr. President to extend the meeting, please?
Please do that, please do that. I'll be actually very...
Mr. President, can we propose to extend the meeting by another 20 minutes?
Yes, 20 minutes or 15 minutes?
20, because let's give her some time to do the...
Okay, I would like to propose to extend the meeting for 20 minutes. So who can second that?
I second that.
Right. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much. And I can peacefully now give time to this in a better way. Well, the role that I'm playing as general evaluator is just to add value to the meeting as a whole and give you valuable suggestions, and if required, valuable scope of improvement that is supposed to be given. And let me tell you, it won't be any spontaneous thing, because I've been observing the meeting like, eagle-eyed rather. And I will give you some points which will really help you further, and points which are just, I have been overwhelmed and really thrilled the way it is. So that's my role, but let's move on without much ado. Let me start with the evaluation. But before that, I need to take the help of the timer to give us a timing report. Like basically, the timer, I would say they call the tag team, the timer, our counter, and the grammarian. So let me start with the timer and take the timing reports for the speeches.
The first speaker, Toastmaster Gangadhar Rao, for 5 to 7 minutes speech took 7 minutes 10 seconds. And second speaker, Toastmaster Tawfiq Khader, for 5 to 7 minutes speech took 6 minutes 41 seconds.
And would you like to give me detail about the table topic as well, timer?
Table topics, first speaker, DTM Khalid, took 2 minutes 16 seconds. Second speaker, myself, Muhammad Fawaz, took 1 minute. Third speaker, Toastmaster Selvi, took 55 seconds. And fourth speaker, Riaz Ahmed, took 52 seconds.
All right. I'm not sure what are your qualification criteria. 1 minute is basic, but then as you wish to decide. And if you have a poll, we'll go in for the polling later on. But let me move on to the R counter. R counter, what report do you have, dear, for us?
Yes. The MC, Toastmaster Santosh sir, had overused word like and the words that he repeated are club, session, and he had also had difficulty in pronouncing the word distress. And he also repeated this means. Toastmaster Mohammad Bikaruddin had used some fillers like and He had also repeated words like This means and times, which is if, gain, and path. The first speaker, Toastmaster Gangadhar Rao, had also used the filler and the words that he repeated were be my along project, that is, and. The second speaker, Toastmaster Taufik, had used the fillers, which is and he also used and a lot. The words that he repeated were I, justify, what, who, system, report, and we. The table topics, distinguished Toastmaster Khalid sir had also used more of and. The words that he repeated were be, how much, other, that, and analyze. The timer, which was Muhammad Fawaz, used the filler a lot, and he used community and like. Even the Toastmaster Selvi also said the word a lot, and Toastmaster Riaz used the filler a lot, and the words that he repeated were I can't and this. Yes, that's my report. Over to you.
Oh, okay. Wow. Thanks for that elaborate report, timer, and our counter. But then I will not move on to the grammarian now. I'll come back again to the timer and our counter a little later. I just wanted to then relax for till this report. Now you can start evaluating, or I would say rather reporting for the evaluators. Let me call upon the first evaluator to evaluate the speech given by Toastmaster Gangadhar Rao, and it is none other than Toastmaster Mohammad Bikaruddin.
Thank you, Madam General Evaluator. No timer, you start my time. Thank you, Madam General Evaluator. My speaker, Toastmaster Gangadhar Rao. As I know, experienced project professional, he started his high performance leadership, and he has shown the differences between PMI and TMI. And he mentioned he knows as an IT professional PowerPoint, banner, real time, how to use that kind of skills. And he is particularly talking about information protection, that is the HPL project. Speaker, as per the project criteria, he delivered very well. He mentioned as objectives the flow of the project and at the end the conclusion, which I really like it. As per the project, really if you want to see, we can see in his presentation. Mainly the stakeholder in that one, client, regulators, insurers, and society. How he have explained the audit, workflow, quality assessment, feedback. And he has mentioned about the guidance committee, which he has to present before delivering the speech. The scope of the project, he clearly mentioned the time is starting from July 2021 and October 30. As I have noticed, he is a well strategic leadership skills while he is doing his high performance leadership. Overall, I really enjoyed his high performance leadership. This is how it should be delivered. As per the project criteria, he has to mention the plan of the team. I recommend for him, if he can announce the name of the project team, it will be much better while you are in the meeting, and seek the help, the project if you required. If you can make over here, so everybody will understand what are the challenges do you have, so overcome to deliver this high performance leadership. Overall, I really enjoyed his project, and best of luck for his HPL project. I want to see his HPL too. Thank you, and back to you, Madam General Evaluator.
Well, thank you, Toastmaster Mohammed Ikruddin. Well, what do I say about speech given by Toastmaster Gangadhar Rao? It was elaborate. It was an HPL project, so the expectations were very high. And definitely it was a technical one, which went a little above my head, but definitely I love the way he put PMI and TMI together. So let's move on to the next evaluation there. And the next evaluation happens to be from our Toastmaster Shakil Sheikh for Toastmaster Tawfiq Khader.
Thank you, Madam General Evaluator. It's a pleasure to evaluate this speech. How good it was to start with such a beautiful quote about communication. It really impressed, and the actions and the movement in the beginning itself caught attention of everybody about communication, and the good gestures during the presentation, during the speech, kept everybody attended to this speech, and everybody was in tune to what is happening, where it is going. So it was very attractive, those gestures. I liked the gestures and the movement that he did that helped the audience engage. There were also, he asked questions to interact with the audience, which involved us and also kept us thinking about the speech. There was a good eye contact throughout the speech, and the communication was very interactive. And the good thing I liked was the stories, personal stories that relate to communication, and those stories gave us a good idea about how communication affects. And that is the part of the Toastmasters, improving the communication. The stories was a very good part, and it kept us all engaged. I particularly like the story and also about the husband-wife communication. There was a good flow throughout the speech, and there were the ideas were correctly passed on. The speech was, I felt, very well planned and segregated. And overall, the speech was very good. It gave us a good impression about the communication and how it is useful and how it is actually important to have good communication, to pass on the message correctly, to pass on the ideas correctly. The thing that for improvement I would recommend was that there was a good message through the speech, but during the end, there was a sudden end without proper just ending or giving some ideas about how we can improve the communication and how that can be better off. So I think my suggestion for further improvement is to make the ending slightly more elaborative and give some kind of a punching and a message of this whole speech. That will make your speech very effective. Thank you. Over to you, General Evaluator.
Thank you, Toastmaster Shakil. And let me just add on to this that Tawfiq Khader, Toastmaster Tawfiq Khader, it was an interesting speech by you. You brought in the different styles of communication, which we were not aware of, passive, aggressive, and stuff like that. And then you related personal anecdote and general anecdote as well, which was interesting the way it was. Now, let me get back to the tag team now in a serious fashion to give me their timing reports. First, let me start with our time of course. Young leader, Fawaz, could you just give me the timing report for our evaluators, please?
Yeah, first evaluator, Toastmaster Vikaruddin sir, took 3 minutes, 17 seconds for 2 to 3 minute evaluation. And second evaluator, Toastmaster Shakil Sheikh, took 2 minutes, 35 seconds for 2 to 3 minute evaluation.
All right. Let me just add on here, dear timer. You missed on mentioning that 30 minutes, sorry, not 30 minutes, 30 seconds grace period is given to all the speakers, right? So actually they are not called disqualified because he mentioned he had spoken for almost 3 minutes, 17 seconds, which comes under qualification as such, okay? So that 30 seconds, let's put it for the grace period. So that you should remember, one little thing. And I have nothing much to add to the timer. You've done your work, excellent. You've been, I think, meticulously taking care of this. You're a young gentleman, but I'm sure you'll do wonders in future. You're learning still, but definitely that capacity that you have shown today amongst so many older and so many experienced Toastmasters, you having the guts to do this job so well. Thank you for that. Now let me move on to the R counter. Cavalier, I won't say Cavalier, young leader Shreya.
Yes, so Toastmaster Vikaruddin sir again, he had used the filler again, and the second evaluator, Toastmaster Shakil sir, had used and again. They are repeated and.
Okay. Thank you, dear R counter. You know, having young blood in the meetings is like showing ourselves a mirror because they are innocently giving out the actual thing. So I'm glad R counter, you did your job well and you really showed the real face of us. Thank you. We will take care of this in future, I'm sure, dear Toastmasters, with regards to our R's and R's. Now, finally, let me move on to our grammarian of the day. And can I have his report, please?
Evaluator, fellow
Yes,
comrades.
Is there? Yes, Toastmaster Anis, please go ahead.
Am I audible?
You are.
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you again. Gentlemen, definitely when it comes to communication, effective and carefully choosing of words is quite important to make sure you have an effective punch in your speech. Now, the word of the day has been the spontaneous, which means acting on instinct. We have members who have already used it, but additional to that, we have members who have also used the synonym for the word. Now, it was started by Mr. Mohammed Vikar, who used the word twice. One was spontaneous and the other was impromptu. During the presentation, he had captured the word impromptu. Mr. Gangadhar Rao had used the word spontaneous twice and impromptu once during his speech. We move on to Mr. Shakil Sheikh, Toastmaster Shakil Sheikh, where he had used the word spontaneous 3 times. Mr. Tawfiq had used the word spontaneous once, and our TMOD had used the word thrice and once the word impromptu. There have been excellent use of words. When you look into Toastmaster, overall, there have been complete positivity and the choose of words and also the message being conveyed. One message definitely that we reached out to would be by Mr. DTM Khalid, measure of perceptions, which he had mentioned that breaking things, visualizing and analyzing the situation. Similar goes to Mohammad Fawaz, the YLP leader, who had worked on words such as teamwork and communication. And when it came to table topic master, especially our president, Ahmad Baluchi, the kind of words he used, especially positivity, legacy, life finds its way, irrespective of the obstacles, and words or sentences such as take off negativity thoughts, definitely brings out very positive speech and very positive note that everyone can capture and bring in their speech. Definitely, there have been some room for improvement for all of us, I would say. But however, this is something I would keep to myself, because I myself would not be saying I'm good at it, but I would request everyone to work on the communication and speech maybe in the coming days. Overall, it was a very good opportunity, and I thank you all for this particular role. Over to you, General Level Leader.
Well, thank you, Toastmasters. Okay, I'm having an echo at my end. That's okay. All right, thank you, Toastmaster Anis, for that in-depth report on from a grammarian. It's just wonderful the way it is. And of course, you counted the word of the day as it was required of you too, and definitely the language, good language, usage of language, which happened. I have a little suggestion here, grammarian. The only thing is, okay, we cannot see you today because of the problem that you had, but I would have wished that at least, you know, because the word is such a simple word, spontaneous, if this word wall can be created, like on your screen, you can have that word, or suppose you are with your camera on, you could have a virtual screen with the word out there. So that way, what happens, people do not forget to use it. Many have used as such in this meeting, but definitely that's a reminder to be used again and again the way it would be. So just a little thing there, you can work it out next time, I'm sure, any grammarian, the way it would be. Now, let me just move on after the tag team report. Do we have polling to be done? Can we have the polling?
Yeah, Madam General Director, already I shared in the chat.
Okay, and have they polled? Okay, so I hope the polling is being taken care of the way it is.
Yeah.
Okay.
Zoom chat.
By the way, then I can move on. I should move on. Well, fellow Toastmasters, I was into this meeting right from the beginning itself, I would say rather, and I love the way I was greeted. Not just me, everybody was said, you know, hello, and things moved on the way it was. And then we had the acting sergeant at arms taking up the role very nicely and very positively. But there was something which I just want to jump into rather, you know, I'm a little critical thinker. So I just wanted to move into giving you something which is would be scope of improvement. Now here, as I understand with the agenda, there are a few things which you can work on. And let me just first point that out, then I'll move on to the other things. First and foremost, I have seen the names of some of the Toastmasters with different spellings. Let me point out, it can be Toastmaster Tawfiq Kader. We have the young leader Fawaz being Fawaz. So here, and I was being named as Sunita Rao. So here, just take care of the small nitty-gritties because it's equally important. I'm not doing proofreading for your agenda here, but definitely that, you know, it calls for a lot of attention because agenda has to be perfect with respect to your spellings. That shows how much professional we are. That's a little bit which I would love to mention here. Then moving on, after having Sergeant at Arms giving out his role and things like that, we had the president coming in. Oh, I loved his message. Keep trying till you succeed. And he went on and on and on. Please excuse me for this. Please, I would just say, let's take care of the time management right at the beginning so that we don't have to call for, you know, extension of the meetings the way it is. So that's a little bit from my end, but definitely I enjoyed. I think we missed out Dr. Ralph's medley. President, we did. Anyways, that was one thing which we can take care in the near future. And as after the president's wonderful messaging, we had the new member induction ceremony. And it was beautifully taken up, well organized, with Toastmaster Abbas being introduced to us. I'm glad he has come as a new Toastmaster, and congrats to the team the way it is. Thereafter, when the MC came over, I was just waiting, you know, to move on the way it was. And definitely he came with a bang. Dynamism was the key that I could just connect myself with Toastmaster Santosh. A great work with his slides, and he went on explaining each and everybody's role And he had great intros in his hand, describing each and everybody the way it was. So I think, and one little thing I just want to add on here is he had background music also created for us. That was so nice of you, Toastmaster Santosh. And it really, says how much painstaking you put in your energy into this as a Toastmaster of the day. So that was just marvelous. And it was like, I think, head was put into it. You just really put in your head there for this job. So well done on that, Toastmaster Santosh. And one thing after another thing moved ahead. We had a timer, Grammarian. Everybody introduced the way it was. The new member orientation, as I said, Toastmaster Mohammed Vikruddin, well done on that. Keep it up. I was just hoping the education session was fit in today, which was, I don't know how effective it could have been, it would have been, but I love the slides that you created, and which, it was like explanation. We should have actually a different session altogether for that reason, for our new members, the way it is. But you tried to fuse it into the meeting, and definitely I hope our new member would have learned out of this. Thereafter, we moved ahead with the table topic sessions. Wow, table topic master. I have never seen such topics which are like, makes you go for critical thinking. It was really critical thinking for us. And I think it was a little tough on some of them, but definitely it made our mind boggling. If you would have given me an opportunity to talk about that particular slide, I think I would have wavered a lot. But definitely it was, a tangent thinkers table topic session, I would say, which was really wonderful. Keep it up on that, Toastmaster Ahmad Al-Balushi. And business session, as I mentioned, moved ahead fast, quick, swiftly, as our Toastmaster of the day mentioned, and things were taken under control. I had just one little thing to add. One more little thing is I was missing, of course, I know we have founder as DTM Khalid Jalal as your founder, but who are the mentors and the sponsors? I was really looking at that, which I think we missed out. And that could be part of the history of your club and add it on further next time. Take care of that aspect, please, if you can. And because anybody would love to know these things as such. And moving on, as I've already given report, timer, thank you, young leaders, our counter, thank you so much for having done the excellent work, whatever you have been assigned to. And it was all impromptu. I think we had some other people doing this, but I think you came in today to help us with that. I'm obliged, and I think the whole team is obliged to the young leaders as such. Well, I have nothing much to add on. Evaluations done. Speakers were wonderful. I enjoyed the speeches. It was like something new and different, because I learned out of this speeches that I heard today. Nothing much to add on. I think we have enough of it, but definitely I think I have added value to your meeting, dear Toastmasters, and I hope you manage to take care of those things which I mentioned today. Time management, that's very important. Mentors and sponsors to be mentioned, agenda to be flawless. If you do these things, I'm sure BITP, you are already doing wonders. You have great leaders. You have dynamic leaders, rather, I would say, and you will just do wonders and set an example for other leaders, other clubs as a whole. So nothing much to add on here. It was a value added session for me as a whole. Back to you, Toastmaster of the day.
Wow, let's give a big round of applause to our madam out here. The very constructive feedback here. Thank you so much for the time. Thank you so much for the valuable feedbacks. Now, we are coming to the end of the program. That was not Sunita Rao, that was Sushmita Rao. Maybe they said Sunita Rao because she has a wonderful voice, so she rhymes very well with Sunita Rao. Maybe that's the reason we had Sunita Rao mentioned in Sushmita. Thank you so much, Toastmaster Sushmita Rao. And with that, we come to the end of this session. I would just like to conclude with two more slides mentioning our value, what are your values? This is what Elvis Presley says. Elvis Presley said, values are like fingerprints. Nobody's are the same, but you leave them all over everything you do. And finally, that's what John Stewart said. If you don't stick to your values, when they are being tested, they're not values, they're just hobbies. Keep that in mind. And with that, I want to conclude. I want to thank for this wonderful, fabulous session that we had. Every role player played a wonderful role, including the youth leaders. A big round of applause for everyone out here. And thank you. With that, I sign off as the TMOD for the day and pass the baton to our energetic, vibrant, handsome Toastmaster Ahmad Al-Balushi. The stage is yours.
Thank you very much, Master of the Ceremonies. I will not talk more because it's already late. So we're already delayed with the 20 minutes, we're delayed with 5 minutes. We will talk about this. We need to fix this delay that we have. It's a big time. We should not have it. I will announce the winners. The best assignee is the timer. The timer, I think it's timer.
Muhammad Fawaz.
Muhammad Fawaz. Timer. Super player is timer. And the best assignee is Muhammad. And we have the best role player, Toastmaster of the day, Toastmaster Santosh, of course. You cannot say anything about it. And by the way, nobody's winner, nobody's loser, everybody's a winner. It's just protocol that we have to follow. Best evaluator, Toastmaster Muhammad Faqaruddin. Congratulations. It's the role player, I think, table topic. Speaker is DTM Khalid, of course. Who can beat him? Nobody can beat him. Where is he? He's here? Yeah, he's here. And of course, the best speaker is between Toastmaster Tawfiq, congratulations. And with that, I would like to, where is my gavel? And with that, the meeting is adjourned. Thank you very much. Open mic, open. Whoever wants to talk, who wants to stay, it's your call, my friends.
Okay, thank you so much. Thank you, Mr. President, and thanks to our youth leaders, Toastmaster Fawaz and Sharia, for your last-minute acceptance, and you've done a fabulous job. Even as a new Toastmaster, never done like that, but you two guys has done fabulous. I really, it's my day for you. I really inspired from you first time, and that to Toastmaster meeting, you have done a great job and already appreciated by each and every member, and keep joining with us. And with that, I have another meeting. I will going. Thank you, Mr. President. Thank you, Toastmaster Shushmita, for the last moment. Also, you accept the meeting. And I think we have some role players. They are busy with their personal life.
Kind Toastmasters.
Thank you so much, and thanks to everyone. And
thank you very much, everyone.
And Toastmaster Gangadharo, I'm also part of your team if you can. I really enjoyed your project HPL, because in my influence, my pathway, I need that HPL experience. So I will take from you if you can make me part of your team. I really enjoyed your TMI and PMI. If you can announce the team and with the everything, I will part of your project.
Great, fantastic. Thank you very much. Thank you very much, everyone. And see you, inshallah, in another meeting, inshallah. Thank you very much. Good night.
Take care. Bye. Good night.